had no idea you were so formidable.
You seem to think I'm joking.
Or a barbaric.
You don't seem to realize the risk you're taking.
To destroy this planet.
We don't make war with computers.
Kill her first.
We make the real thing. I could destroy this planet.
Millions of people horribly killed.
We're a little less cold-blooded about it.
Disaster, disease, starvation, horrible, lingering death, pain and anguish.
That seems to frighten you.
Beautiful, isn't it? 500,000 people have just died here. Let's find out why. The Enterprise is en route to Armageddon 7 to open up diplomatic relations. But hold on, not quite. The Federation seems bent on imposing military bases on whoever they find out there.
And I'm here to get it.
Awkward, as Armageddon 7 is at war with its neighboring planet Vendikar and has sent a message not to approach under any circumstances.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Ambassador Fox is another in a long line of unpleasant Federation officials, clueless at first.
And I now assume authority granted me under Title 15 Galactic Emergency Procedures.
You will proceed on course. That's a direct order. Diplomats.
They beam down, leaving the good ambassador behind,
Your safety is my responsibility. Those are my orders, sir.
and are met by Maya 3, played by Barbara Babcock, who made 3 appearances in the original series and is therefore a goddess. She takes them to the High Council chambers, where we see the only wipe transition used in TOS. We discover the reason everything seems so peaceful. Miniar and Vendikar wage their war via computer. Let's take a look at little Vendikar.
Originally settled by our people and now a ruthless enemy.
They are also monumental idiots as they include the Enterprise in their latest attack. Well, so it's not real, right?
Shall we play a game?
This is no game, Captain. Oh. Deaths have been registered. Of course, they have 24 hours to report.
And this is where they report. Go on in. You won't come out. Horrifying, isn't it? Kirk is reticent to have his crew incinerated, so while they're locked up, Anon 7 resorts to trickery.
Those are my orders, Mr. Scott.
It doesn't work.
A voice duplicator?
98% probability.
With clumsy first-season dialogue,
Limited telepathic abilities are inherent in Vulcanians, Captain.
Spock goes to work.
On Miniar 7, you were able to trick the guard by a Vulcan mind probe.
As I recall, Captain, I led him to believe we had escaped.
Do you think you can do it again?
Time for a little mayhem.
Sir, there's a multi-legged creature crawling on your shoulder.
Throwing a monkey wrench into the machinery.
Thoroughly miffed, Anon 7 now attacks the Enterprise with sound waves in space.
Decibels, 18 to the 12th power.
Go with it. Ambassador Fox, remember him, decides now is the perfect time to beam down, where he is immediately captured
We are to be killed?
and is about to be disintegrated
I'm a representative of the United Federation of Planets.
when Spock comes to the rescue.
What are you doing, Mr. Spock?
Practicing a peculiar variety of diplomacy, sir.
Now even Fox is gung-ho.
I've never been a soldier, Mr. Spock, but I learn very quickly.
In fact, everybody's in a fighting mood.
Knock her down and sit on her if necessary.
No, sir. I won't lower the screens.
We'll try to take it easy, but if we're forced to kill,
Anon's pleas fall on deaf ears. You attack the Enterprise, sir. Kirk has already made up his mind.
Millions of people horribly killed.
About thorium-G has a radioactive half-life of 93 years.
Disaster, disease, starvation.
If you take, say, 50 H-bombs in the 100-megaton range and jacket them with Cabal thorium-G,
Horrible, lingering death.
when they are exploded, they will produce a doomsday shroud.
that seems to frighten you.
I'm sure he'll come up with a measured, appropriate response.
Would you have me open fire?
Of course not.
In 2 hours, the Enterprise will destroy Miniar 7.
Why didn't you tell the world, eh?
Why indeed?
It is not a thing a sane man would do.
Imagine this scenario, if you will.
On NBC.
It's the mammoth starship Enterprise. Follow her trackless journey each week on Star Trek.
No order can stop me from frightening them. May do no good, but it may suggest to someone just what a starship can really do.
Now, Mr. Chekhov, activate. Torpedo away.
Got him!
So rather than destroying the entire planet, they settle on the war computer. Everyone's happy, the Federation gets their base.
I'm counting on it.
Funny how that worked out. Kirk's closing speech was lauded by the anti-war movement of the period. Taken in context, I'm not sure it rings true.
But you didn't know that it would work.
No. It was a calculated risk. Still, the Armenians keep a very orderly society. And actual war is very messy business. Very, very messy business. I had a feeling that they would do anything to avoid it, even talk peace.